Onwards to the repeat of Monday. And I talked about this on the mentored session at midday on the members chat for the DAX one. And the way we looked at the DAX one from Monday morning, it put in very, very similar trade yesterday and this morning. Not exactly the same, but very similar pattern of fast drop, struggled continuation, consolidation, reverse. It's a trade that you can now start to work back through, get the details of that trade down so that when you see a similar scenario in future, you know how to trade it. This Bund one was almost a carbon copy. The only tricky part of the Bund one today was that once it dropped, the key bit to this was then your appreciation of risk. Trade scenario is the same. This was Monday. As you come back from the gap up, back into the previous day's range, down towards obvious VPOC. There's your point of reference to be looking to buy. Today, same thing. Back inside yesterday's range, down towards VPOC. Both of them do it though with a stretched out profile, and this is then what's alerting you to say that VPOC is now much more valuable. So what you're then looking for is a way to get into this, and this comes from your order flow. Your order flow says to you, there's absorption, you can now try and get into this trade. So let's go and have a little look at how that plays out. So this is the move down. Just in here, we're coming down towards 97. VPOC comes in down at 93. So that's going to be your first kind of thought, that can you buy 93? So move comes down, you get 900 trades at 97. Move keeps on going down, 96, 95. There we get a little absorption. You saw that it traded 95, bid comes back, 95, bid comes back. Now we start seeing even more straight away. Trades through, bid comes straight back. Because every time it trades about 300, the bid comes straight back. Now we've managed to get an offer, and still you're thinking, okay, 93, all good. Straight away, buying comes straight back again. This is a very clear sign that someone wants to try and buy it. Very, very similar to what it did. If you go and watch my stream from Monday back, go and watch that and you can see almost the exact replica of this trade. This is the reason why I've shown this again. It's not Monday, this is the same trade, but slightly higher up. What this is doing is you're seeing that exact same pattern. If you get to understand that and you see this again and again, this is an absorption reversal at the bottom of an elastic band. So you can now start to see how this trades. And the real important thing about a trade like this is patience. It's very easy to just go, oh yeah, well you just need to jump in and buy this. Well, your aim is to get filled at the VPOC. You can see the absorption coming in at 95. So if you want to try and buy that at 95, you can. You can have a go at 95, except then that your stop's still got to be below VPOC. And so there we go, filled at 95. But at this point, you've still not tested that just yet. But you are showing a stretched profile. So you've got that reference to buy from. You could argue that you could buy it all the way down towards here, which is around about 85, basically bottom of value. Which does present a little bit of problem with risk management. I think the better way to look at this is if it's going to hold the VPOC, you want to be trying to buy that, stop below 93, 91, 92, literally that tight. Then looking for that reverse back. And the playback, you're then looking to fill the single print. 08 is your target on a trade like this. But what's so important is recognizing that these things don't just drop and ping back up. There's a reason for the drop. Markets dropped, people are selling. People are going to keep on trying to sell for a while, and that's going to hold it down. So what you've got to wait for is you've got to wait then for that selling to subside, and then the market can rotate back up. So it requires a bit of patience. And there's nothing wrong with a bit of patience, because with these elastic bands, unless this really builds value down here. So unless you start seeing this value area shifting lower, this area down here really filling up with volume, this still looks good for a reversal back up. So you have to sort of think, you're playing this from a sort of more half-hour time frame perspective. So let it get away from 95. Let the move develop. Let the move get back higher. So speed it up a little bit. It's now on 4 times speed. The other thing that's really important about a trade like this is waiting for the move. This is what you're planning for 08. You stop below the low, so you've defined the trade. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly where you're in, where you're out. So then it's just a case of waiting for the move to develop. This was the hard bit about the Bund. If I bring you it on a 1 minute chart, you can see this in a little bit more detail. This was the move, and unlike Monday, after the absorption, we moved higher and we started to bounce around slightly higher up. Today, here's your absorption to start with, and the market bounces up to double O, comes all the way back, and then you get the steady move up. So this trade from entry to exit takes the best part of an hour and 20 minutes. But you've defined your risk, you know what you're looking for on a trade, value isn't brought down by this point in time, there's no reason to get out of the trade. That's the way you have to look at that. It's very easy to talk yourself out of it. And if I flip this value area around for you, this is what you see. That's where value is when you're taking this trade on. So there's your first absorption from a volume profile perspective. And then as the trade develops, yes, it builds some volume down there. Yes, we continue to do so. And you can see where this is building. So now, by the time you've been in the trade for maybe half an hour, you're now looking at this thinking, right, get above double O. We're going to sweep through this vacuum back up to 09. We get up there. We don't sort of fill this out too much as we sweep back up. And then the day progresses. Value continues to build. Oh, and look, we're back up to where we came from. The aim of this trade is not to get all the way back up to the middle of the range. The aim is back through the single print so that this fills in and we get this more balanced looking profile, which is exactly what we now do have. So repeat of Monday, go back and watch Monday, learn this trade, learn that absorption and the patience required and the plan your trade, put your risk in, stick to your trade. That's the big lesson from today's one. If you see the same as previous, you know what it looks like, stick to the trade.
If you find this video interesting, if you want to go deep into the AXIA training method and how our trading team of 7-figure traders develop setups and strategies and how they learn to build the most profitable trades across all market environments, then join me in this workshop. Now in this workshop, you're going to learn 3 powerful steps we use to train all our traders on both our London and our Poland trading desks to help build incredible levels of consistency. How to predictably understand which setups work and which don't. You're going to learn our 2 main strategies for how we perfect our trade timing before we enter every single trade. You're going to learn the VEL concept, which is our one and only technique we use to leverage our largest trades. You'll also learn how to avoid trading setups that don't work, how to avoid those large losses, and our main method we use to identify them that saves our traders significant amounts of capital. Finally, you will learn how our traders use the power of network learning to find market patterns quicker than ever before, so you shortcut that learning curve. In the workshop, we want to program your awareness of elite performance, to program your ability to choose the right setups, and program your ability to be a consistent trader. So the trades that you execute become more simple and clearer. And I can tell you this, you'll never see the markets the same again. You'll never look at the markets with a narrow view of getting lost in all the noise and confusion. You'll take your first step towards a deep edge market awareness. I cannot wait for you to join me in this workshop. And I think you're in for a massive paradigm shift in your understanding of how to develop as a trader. So join me by clicking on the top right-hand corner of the screen and sign up for this powerful training workshop, or visit elitetraderworkshop.com.